The movie was incredibly long and boring. A lot of things in here, but it felt very incoherent. There was no true plot to the movie, and the plot kept changing. And this thing had a lot of everything, a lot of fights, a lot of shots, a lot of fights with cannons, fights with everything you could possibly imagine, with sticks, with fire, with guns, with swords, with tools. It had fights galore, man. This movie would not end. It was incredibly long and boring and very anticlimactic. Very CGI heavy. Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. I believe this is the first one out of all five, I guess. In my honest opinion, I could not get into this movie. For some reason, pirate movies, I don't really like pirate movies that much. But this is one of those movies that I might have to revisit. And also, I believe I've seen this before. I believe I've seen it before, but it just didn't have an impact on me back then either. And it was just a forgettable movie. It has so much in it. Fighting, boats blowing up, boats sinking, treasure, gold, all kinds of cool stuff. A lot of very great costume designs, beautiful set designs, beautiful costumes. There's a lot of creativity that went into this movie. But all that aside, it was very incoherent. There was no like real plot. What was the plot? To save the girl? No. That was one of the reasons they were doing all this stuff. To get a boat? No, they didn't really get a boat. They ended up it was very incoherent. Like it didn't go together. The plot was like it moved around every 20 minutes or so, so there really wasn't anything. It was almost like it was like 10 stories all in one. I don't know if they're trying to do that or what, but it just felt very, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just a whole lot of stuff. It's almost like they put a lot of money and thought and stuff into it, but they didn't really have a true plot or a story there. But they threw in so much fighting and so much action and so much things that explode. It's just like what was the point of all this stuff, and why are they fighting so much and so badly? Why also it has so many like plot holes in the movie? Like if you're dead, why are you trying to pick fights with living people? And all kinds of weird stuff that didn't make sense. And I'm gonna have to revisit this one sadly again because in my humble opinion, I think this is probably a very mediocre movie. A mediocre movie with a humongous budget and with humongous work put into it. Don't get me wrong, this is a huge production. Humongous production. Probably it says the budget was about 140 million, but it's just like you have it's like you built 140 million dollars worth of sandcastles, or you spent 140 million on making popsicle stick art. So like it was not money well spent. I would say that the characters are very memorable. Well, especially just Jack Sparrow. This girl and this guy is not as memorable as this guy and Jack Sparrow. So there's too many characters. There's about, I would say, about 50 characters in this movie. You got your British people or whatever Like there's rich people, then you have the pirate ghost, then you have the regular uh pirate crews, like that's with Jack Sparrow, like the rejects, pirate rejects. So you have like 15 and then another 15. You have about 40 characters in 2 hours and 30-minute movie. So I don't know, man. It it was just too many people, too many fights, and it was just incoherent. It didn't go together. There was no real plot. What was the plot? Can someone tell me what the plot was of this? To die? Because the guy died at the end. That was a ghost, so